think I think I'm ready. A little far. Mike's a little closer now, but it's still kind of far. Good. What if I add for the microphone? There, okay, that's a little better. I would say so. That's a little. But you don't quite see the workspace. Okay. I think I'm pretty happy with that. Hey, chat. How you been? It's glad it's the weekend. I finally got my hands on the Armageddon box set. This was the first model act. Focus. I can't tell from too far away from my monitor. I need somebody to actually work with me about setting it up as good as possible, I guess. I also got to get my hand good quality camera for this building camp. But I think right now what I have right now works. Right now I haven't glued this guy down. I'm actually thinking of yeah, I need to for sure see some kind of preview. God, this camera is so grainy. I gotta remember to click on when I that's it. When I'm changing things on my PC. If it's not set to my default, then I can't actually my avatar. Yeah, Stream Deck. But yeah, I got my hands on the Armageddon box set, and I have built all the models for it. Oh wait, there's still one little work bits, and they didn't actually give me enough bases, I don't think, for all of the grots. Seems like I only got 10 of the bases, but then there's also grot orderly, the little dude holding a knife. It's basically a token, but it needs to be on 25 mil. And hey, I just so happen to have one. Convenient. But problem with this is got that little peg sticking out. I don't really want to drill a hole. I'm gonna just carve it. Ah, perfect. Did not hurt that foot at all. Good. Mostly, I need to get some barrels drilled out. I need to get mostly it actually. Barrels drilled out. I've got some with like seam lines. Like this guy, I don't know how well it see it, but I got some lines to fix. I don't have some of the stuff I would ideally use But I do have some green stuff. That'll work. Want this for glue. You know, part of me does think perhaps I should have got it. You know what? Another little top on that foot. Part of me thinks I should have just drilled a hole in the base. Now that I'm like seeing the size of its feet and the connection points. Because like this dude's not wanting to stand. Hey, what? Please be cool. Please. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna mix up some green stuff and have him like smushing in dirt or something. Just don't fall, please. There. Now I don't want that orderly to fall. It's gotta dry quite a bit. Let's actually start with this knob, I think. Or there is a part of me. This guy on the turret is on a swivel. Just pop him out. I'm kind of thinking of magnetizing him, or I'm debating. Do I magnetize or just like paint him separate? Because I definitely want to paint him separate to have ease of access of everything. So it is hard to say. Oh, hydrate. Hey, Rosh. Got my water. I did want to keep doing the Nuzlocke, but I'm also actually not set up for it. I realized. Oh. More building. Plus, I am in the mood for more Warhammers. Because, I mean, I just got these orcs put together last night. And this is like 680 points of orcs. Officially my second army of like stuff actually built. Let's see. What do I actually want to move on to? I'm not going to drill out his gun. I think I'm actually going to leave it. This guy, the big mech Daka rig, I actually have it kept separately because that's going to be much easier to paint. Daka rig is built. The main thing I need to worry about are all the character models and stuff. Like, oh, this guy's got 2 barrels on his close to far. I need like a set, or like an actual, what is it? Some kind of frame. So, but this guy, I need to drill out his barrels. Aside from that, I think he's pretty much ready for paint. Oh, wait. One thing I do want to do with these guys before I actually paint is do all the texture paint on the terrain. Because I want to... These guys are going to be on, like, a swamp-like terrain. That's what I plan for my orc. Start. Knife. Right in the very center. Think that's the center? It's so hard to tell with these sometimes. Awesome. Out of there. Always being a hassle. He's being a little gremlin, so I threw him on the couch. Oh, this guy's going to be so fun to paint. I can't. Oh, you're grumpy and now you're going to the room? Fine. Don't hang out with me. That's fine. Not fine. I love the boy. Miss him already. Oh, hey. Oh, no. Just a simple spin of the blade. God, I do need this desk to be higher, honestly. That's actually not that great. Not. This isn't quite grilling as well as I wanted it to. So I guess it's actual pin vise time. Just going to use the smallest bit I got. But I already got a pilot hole started. Hopefully it's at the not quite. But I mean, with orcs you can get away a bit with imprecise thingy building. Little messy shit. Oh yeah, that is definitely off center. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I I'm gonna be real. I do wish James would just model these with holes in the barrels. Save us a ton of effort and internet bullying. Because like some people will get so mad if the barrels aren't done. But like personally, I don't care that much. It's more of a I do it because I want the look of it. Plus, I mean, it's good practice for the pin vise. Also, for anybody that was expecting or hoping for the horror stream this week, I pushed it back till next week because then my wife has the day off and she can we can have a live studio audience for that. But we are definitely playing Dead Space. Don't worry. Yeah, I think it's just a couple shoddy barrel holes. I don't think I really want to put much. Um, using the knife again to give it a bit of a tapered edge. But I don't think I want to do. Already got sufficient battle damage on. That's the war boss. Next up, let's go banner knob. What do you need? All of these, yeah, pretty much all of these guys are just built as instructions intended. Okay, he's got a shooter on his butt. Hey, Sushi, how you? Wanna line up that? Not going to show you guys. I also need to invest in like a desk setup, magnifying glass, so I can actually hold the model here. Quality. So I can actually hold the model here and work from this distance. I actually ordered my wife a pair of magnifying glasses. So it's like magnifying glasses that you can put different magnifying things on it, then you can see. Oh, hey, how you doing? How you doing? Did join Twitch. Ah. God, I am forever going to be off-center barrels. On TV on the YouTube on the TV. Right. Right. So y'all can hear me. Maybe I should go with a little bit bigger of a drill bit, because this does seem pretty small for the barrels. But on the other hand, like, I'm doing it way off center. I keep missing. But I mean, a little bit of drill, a little bit of hobby knife. It should look fine. At least that's the plan. Probably not have my finger around there. Oh yeah, I gotta take time and set up more channel rewards and whatnot. A little deeper in that one. Now they're going different sizes. I mean, there are holes in the barrel. That works. Oh, I do have some seams. Oh, that's why I got that seam. I should actually replace this. Oh yeah, I should stand better in front of the camera so I'm not wacky tracking. Oh no, you guys can see my stream deck. Game. Scandal. Blade can be dealt with normally. New blades. Because I'm gonna be real, it has been a bit since I've replaced my blade. So it's probably time for a new one. Okay. Now to get at some of these nubs. Jeez, wow. Like, some of the seams on these guys, I can't believe I left that so big. Giggity. Right, I need glue. Good thing got some pretty fresh stuff. Right around the butt crack. Wonder, I hope I don't have to use green stuff to actually melt it together. I did go a little harder than I wanted to. Or a little heavier on the glue. Got a little bit of that buckle. I don't want to do that. Holding it for a bit. Try and minimize that seam. And then probably liquid green stuff on it. It still persists. We'll see how it looks. That's weird boy time. I don't think he has a shoot. No, it would just be seam hiding. And honestly, this dude's seams are... I'm gonna be real. I don't remember where they are. That's a nub I forgot. Miss. Taking all bets. Yeah, actually, weird boy, you're ready to go. Boss knob, big boss, and then pain boy. You're the ones I want to look at right. And then I will move on to all my boys and Gretchen. This guy, his arm does look a little wonky, but I think he's meant to. I think that there's a little seam on his cable. I'm gonna try and smooth it out. Okay, what should I use? Why not this? Yeah? I might just need to use green stuff on that. That is fine, honestly. Let that sit for a bit. And this guy... Oh, he's got a hole in the barrel already for a shooter. Perfect. A cute little tack squig in front of him, too. Onto the knobs. The leaders of the boys. Well, I'm going to play one of these as a knob, and then the other is going to be a runter. No, I start with a knife. Center. Honestly, the variety that you get in the box of boys for this Armageddon set is good. But, I mean, I'm a little disappointed with one thing about the new boys sprue that we get. Comes with 9 boys and a knob. So if you want to run a squad of 20, you need to get your hands on another boy. Or possibly just proxy one of these 2 knobs as a boy, which doesn't quite work. Because they're a little different in size and scale. And personally, I want to run an army, or I want to have 30 in my army, actually. I think it's just blue on there, and we're... Try and weld that seam a bit. A little closer. Hold it for a bit, and hopefully it sets. After the second boy, and he's got much bigger gaps in his shoulder armor. Drag it over that little nub mark a little bit, smooth it out. I am still going to sand these guys before I actually prime them. But I'm doing a wave of... What's it first? Theme fixing. before I move on to the actual sanding. Ooh, his neck's got a nasty seam too. That one, I think I need to green stuff. Because, like, there's that big gap right on his neck. That's going to be much harder to deal with. Yeah, I think it's just going to have to be green stuff. So we're going to use some of our handy dandy liquid green stuff. I need some water. I don't need to leave to go get water. Because, like, even though I'm not painting, applying green stuff, oh my god, add a bit of water, it makes it so much easier to clean off your tool. Took me longer than I would have liked to figure it out. Can't tell by how dirty this tool is. Okay, I do kind of want to let that glue dry on his shoulders some. Yeah, we'll get to the green stuff later. We'll do a second pass of these guys. Don't worry. Say to myself, as if I'm worried. Okay, now the intimidating part. I'm gonna put that lid back on. I don't like making the habit out of leaving it off. Okay. Start with barrel hole. That nub was not really gotten. Now it has been. Okay. Oh, I am actually regretting my choice of top right now. Because I'm wearing a dress hoodie. So it's like a hoodie that basically goes down to my knee. I got the AC on, so it's not terribly warm in my place, but it's starting to pile up, especially with my thigh highs on, my programmer socks. Oh, I'm still out of camera. God damn it. Seriously, this is why I need that magnifying glass thing. Just so I can work at this height and then see the model up close. Should go a little deeper. A little deep. Okay, yeah, I am starting to sweat, so I should really swap my tank top. Ream out the barrels a little bit more. A little more, I guess. And more. There's still it looks like there's still some stuff in there. Stuck in it. There we go. Those barrels are fixed. Yeah, I'm not going to try applying the green stuff yet. Wait, is that both the boss knobs? That's both the boss knobs. Okay, I need to switch. Okay, that is much, much better. My tank top now. There's a part of me that knows I should be working on my Necrons, finishing off that 1,000 point army. Those 3 locusts back there, all they need is their bases finalized and they're good, which is just dry brush, add some shrubs, and then snow, and they're good. And then I gotta paint up my little locust kit bash. And then I got a second locust. Those 4 will be my 1,000 point army, the last models I need for it. But then moving on to 2,000 point, I'm actually going to take one of these spiders and make Dabbin Dude popping out of the torso there. And make that as another Locust Lord proxy, because I got that idea. I totally came up with that idea when I saw it on r/Necrontier by somebody else. For now, though, I kind of want to deal with Gretchen. Not very big bump, but there is light. Drill it out a little. A teeny tiny bit. Gretchen. Oh, this one does not have a barrel at all on his blunderbuss. As to a Space Marine, it would be like just a regular handgun. Not even. Than Space Marine handgun, I think. Oh yeah, I didn't glue his second hand at the wrist. That. Chat, anybody have anything fun happen over the last week? For me, it's mostly been getting my hands on these orcs. Orc. Because I have basically been dying to start an orc army. And I finally did. That's not the center at all. Orcs is the biggest and the strongest. They're also the best color. God, and my orcs, I'm gonna make them pirates. Which actually reminds me, part of... Dang it. Part of what I need to do on my next pass with like all the green stuff and stuff, like I'm liquid green stuff, I'm gonna fill some gaps. With some of my regular green stuff, I'm gonna make some pirate hats and like do-rags and stuff. Because like my orcs are going to be from the Freebooters clan or Freebooters clan, and they am pirate orcs. But for those unaware and just joining, this is actually the Armageddon box. Or half of it. I did want both halves, but I split it with the buddy. And started my orcs. I will eventually get back to like Space Marines and whatnot. But right now, I am really loving Necrons so damn much. They are my main, my bread and butter. But orcs are going to be so fun. God, I should make a channel point redeem that's just WOG. Make me yell wog so I practice it more. God, why could they not have these barrels like already drilled out? That's pretty good, I think. Don't know how well it's coming across. This camera is shit. Oh, that's going to be another blunderbuss. No, I'm gonna grab all my grots right here. Is this dried? Dried enough. Okay, so if he falls, I legit might pin his foot. But there's a little grot orderly carrying a bone saw. Which, the way it seems that grot orderly works, it's just a little token. Because it's technically got a once per game ability. I don't even know if it has stats on the data sheet. Because I also got all the data cards. For me, Orks. Big boss, banner knob. Pain boy. Yeah, it's just war gear abilities. So I would assume that when you use the once per battle war gear ability, you just get rid of your grot orderly token. Hey, Joe Star, how you doing? We're working on the biggest and bestest faction in Warhammer right now. Oh, I cannot wait to actually use these in battle. I genuinely love this this huge revolver for this dude. Amazing. Yeah, I finally got my hands on the Armageddon box set. York half anyways. And I basically spent... Yeah, the base is 25 millimeters. Very, very tiny. But what can you expect of grots? That looks off center, but that's okay. Okay, I had to check something. Make sure it was all running fine. Okay, I don't know who was around to hear me complain last time we did a building stream, that charity stream, about how it was frustrating to stand on stone in place for like multiple hours, but it's definitely better than the chairs that I've had. Ah. But I actually found my old, what's it? Some old Gengar not sneakers, slippers. OG Ghost. Keeping my toesies cool. Yeah, keeping my toesies toasty, as well as my I wanted to make a joke about balls, but it wasn't quite working. Couldn't quite figure it out in my head, supporting the balls of my feet. But like it's a cushion I'm standing on instead of just the stone directly. But I should just get like a anti-fatigue mat. God, I still need to record my video. I keep saying that and then I just don't record it. And now it's slowly starting to get outdated with oh, this one's already got a bit of a start for me for the barrel. Because like I have a running tally in my video about my total Necron count. And then I ended up getting like a technomancer and stuff, and that changes the point numbers, and I really don't want to have to go back and figure it out for 10th edition and 11th. So it's figuring out how to make the script work right. But I can also just, omit that information for the video. The blunderbuss. There's 2 blunderbussies. Most of the... Oh, man, these are tiny. Like, tiny, tiny barrels. I do really like that I have a couple more grot torsos left over. Like, with the part holding the gun out. So I can stick them on the edge of model I'm planning on making. Close enough. Because I need a battle wagon. But I'm also trying to figure out how that would properly work. Because a battle wagon fits 22 orc infantry models. A squad of maxed out boys is starting strength of 20 itself. And then you can give it 1 leader, 1 support. But since they're orcs, you can give them 2 leaders if they're starting strength 20. So that's 23 models to go into a 22 model tank. Or do I just run my boys as 10 and then stick them in the battle wagon as 10? But it would really feel like I'm underutilizing the war boss's ability if I don't have 20. Because I think he gives 5 up feel no pain. And on orcs, oh my god. Oh my god. Legit trying to remember what he actually does. War boss. Might is right. The units melee weapons have +1 to hit rolls. Nice. The biggest and the best. While WOG, I've got to actually for this unit, this model's melees have +4 attacks. Wait, he doesn't give 5 up feel no pain? But +1 to hit rolls on the boys' melee. That's pretty good. Oh, instead of hitting on 3 ups, they're hitting on 2 ups? Okay, that is pretty good. Boys, knobs, and Brecca boys. Jump. Right, those... Right, I could do a weird boy. And boys support, right? Leader. Yeah. Pain boy is support. If I do 20 with the war boss... Units melee weapons have sustained hits 1. Is sustained hits on 6s or like any hits counts as an extra hit? Because unironically, that would kind of make me want to put the big boss and the war boss in charge of 20 and then have... Oh no, I can't have him lead. Oh, this is so hard to plan. But the banner knob, that's one that gives up 5 up invuln. And then +1 toughness to the unit for the WOG turn. I hope I didn't blow out anybody's speakers. That could have been rude. Where's the other one I was working? Or... No, that's all of them. Okay. I thought I had lost one of my grots. You got very close? Sorry. Orcs are just so damn fun. Oh my god, actually playing these guys, I am going to be insufferable in person. Like, I'm gonna be completely normal up until we shake hands before the game and say good luck to each other, and then I'm gonna go full orc voice, and then the rest is history. And I forgot I didn't do this guy's wrist either. That one's ready. This one, I think I just need to remote the barrel a little. Oh, I gotta actually plan tactics with these guys. Oh, I hadn't fully considered like how would they work together with each other because I didn't have access to like their data sheets through the Warhammer app, and new recruit's not updated yet. But now that I have those cards, that's good enough. Because yes, I could have looked them up already, but that's like half the fun. Like figuring out the team building, that's half the fun. And it was nice to have those physical cards too. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Oh, I don't think I need glue, right? Oh wait, yeah, the wrists. Some of their wrists I didn't. I'm just gonna go. Just gonna now just glue them. The ones that are holding it with two, because I did not. That. Whoosh. There. Okay, these guys have tiny barrels, and I genuinely don't think I want to grill those. It's like, yeah, no. I'm not even going to try. I'm going to take a knife and do a little divot, and that's it. That's what these barrels get. Said, little divot like that. There. Actually, that's perfect. Okay, once I'm done with these barrels, I want to actually show you guys one of my ideas for a proxy. Because in the 1,000-point list I built for orcs, without properly thinking about how the leaders and support would work together, I had one big mech Dakarig, and then I had a second big. Oh, I should show you guys what the hell I'm doing. I keep forgetting. Trick is to start the thing, and then when I don't need as much seeing on it, make sure it's in the screen so you guys can see. Because what fun is a building stream if you don't actually see the building? And I would count this as building because, yeah, the models are mostly built, but it's like, this is still before the paint prime step. So, go with it. Jazzbot. God, these barrels are so tiny. I really don't want to mess this up. But on the other hand, it's just Gretchen. So, like, how am I that worried about it? And then I can make it perfect. Wow. Who would have guessed? that a nub? Not anymore. Okay, right there. Oh. And then it's just the barrels for all the boys. All 18 of them. Barrels and seam lining. Fixing seam lines that we can. Okay. So we got the Big Mac Docker rig right here. Oh, okay, okay. So I've got Big Mac Docker rig, and I think it's time to add a model or work on a model that I haven't really touched in a long while. Heavy arms. That the gun itself is longer than the Docker rig. So what I'm kind of thinking, the top of the Docker rig going to look like this, sitting on the front. Maybe fit it somewhere like this, and then work the legs around so they're bending the right way. Maybe even some of these legs. These legs look pretty cool. But holy shit, it's dusty. I left it on the shelf for like 5 ever. And now it's like wicked dusty. Wait, how did these guys fit together? Oh. Right, polycap. Okay. So what they were doing is sitting like that with the Gundam on top of it. And initially the plan was I get a second set of this so I'd have 4 legs for quadruped Gundam that looked more like an armored core. But then I never ended up finishing that the Gundam. And now I'm in need of a Big Mac Docker rig. And I have a nice big gun, but very dusty. And like, I do kind of want to use this entire... open, you dick. Oh, okay. But yeah, this Gundam... Open, there. Gatlings in the chest, and these shoulder pads, if they weren't being so camera shy, they got missile pods in the shoulders as well. The dual Gatlings, and like, this is Daka the Gundam. So what better Gundam to add into this army than the literal original Daka? Now, I'm thinking I want to have an Ork on top or something with wires or rope or something to pull the guns in the directions they want. Maybe even actually swap these around. So it's like the two cannons on top, got the orc in between. Could even set it up so the orc's holding this, aiming this Gatling, and the other one's just kind of firing. But that is a plan for a future model. I got to turn this into a Docker rig proxy, and oh my god, I can't wait to. For now, though, it is focusing on finishing up this Armageddon box, which is 18 boys. I think I could take 18 boys. Ah. Okay, let's get back to them barrels. This one is pointed at the ground, so like nobody's going to see it. Or like hardly anybody's going to see it. It's going to be noticeable. Dang it. I'm so lazy. I want to get away with as little as possible. But on the other hand, I want these guys to look good. At least their shooters can be drilled out normally. I'll make them look good first. Yeah, exactly. Oh, I went off center with the barrel. Okay, I am done fucking with this one because I am super close to messing up his barrel. Brought back into the boys thing. There was a part of me that was hoping I could fit all of my orcs onto just one of my trays. No, it takes two. Like the video game. This guy's got some goggles. That's nice. I do wish they gave more head options, honestly. They only give you 10 heads or they only give you 9 heads. And then 2 heads for the knobs. You gotta pick different heads for them. But for all the boys, you just get the same 9 heads. And I just wish there was more. That's so wrong. Apparently to James it is. Wanting more for dropping so much damn money on their game. Seriously though, with these should have been you shouldn't have to drill the barrels into the guns. Oh, this guy's got 2 barrels because he's got a big shooter and a little shooter. God, I'm also quite looking forward to making the battle wagon. Because I'm going to make that from scratch pretty much. Just going to use Lego pieces and cardboard. Because I have some stuff I want to use from Lego. My family growing up, when we would get a box of Lego, we would build it, play with it for a bit, and then when we were done with it, essentially, it would go into the box. And it just slowly built up over time, bigger and bigger box. So we had like this pretty sizable collection of Lego. Then, after moving out, eventually my parents wanted to downsize and they didn't want to hang on to all the Lego. And then I was like, I will hang on to all the Lego. And then I got all the Lego. And then later, when I was working on planning out what am I going to do for this battle wagon? Like, why don't I take a look through my Lego? See what we have, see what I can steal. And turns out there's some fun stuff, weird stuff I forgot about, and stuff I was actually after. Yeah, okay. So, my orcs are going to be pirates. So, obviously, that means the battle wagon needs to be a big pirate ship. So what do I do on the very front of the pirate ship? I've got a couple of options. I got a dragon that I can carve off the head to put it on the top. Make it kind of Viking style. The flame can be removed. I just want to keep. I also got this kind of plesiosaurus thing. It's kind of cool. But I don't know. Also like an even bigger dragon thing I have. I didn't take that out because it's like big and in the way. But I have treads for these are, I gotta clean them, but I have treads that actually roll. Drop out that shit. Let go of that shit. Okay. Got 2 sets of treads. Same length? Yeah, they're the same length. Wow. So I can make a nice big boat on treads, like pirate ship on treads. This is also from Halo. It's a spunker, if you remember. Y'all know that one. Rocket launcher. Lego Scorpion. I don't think I'll use it, but it was cute. A crystal, which I'm probably going to use, honestly. Just some tube bits. A big hat. But I don't know if it's like a good hat size for my orcs. No, it's kind of big. It'd be funny to see on like the war boss. But I have to trim off. I don't know if I want to commit to that conversion. I also got a witch's wand. Kind of cute. Yeah, I've got a bunch of little things. Like, I got a monkey in there. I got a parrot. But, like, they are distinctly Lego looking. It'll be very hard to break away from that silhouette. And honestly, that's my biggest concern. Actually, give me 1 second. Wanted to grab a little gum so I can start chewing something. Gotta get that oral fixation satisfied, right? My 5th boy. I got like 13 more to go. Jesus. Hmm. I don't like that seam, but it's really close to the axe. Or to the chopper. I don't want fuck. I don't want to mess with that. I kind of do though. Oh, that's not a seam. Right, this guy's double shooters. And a very big seam on his leg. I think I'm just going to green stuff that seam. Because I haven't been able to squish it at all, so. I'm moving. Lego wheels? Yeah, exactly. Because, like, if you think about it... Oh, no, that's a grenade. I don't want to drill a hole in the grenade. If you think about it, any kind of thing could be used in an orc army. Because honestly, I would love to use more of my gunpla. The problem is just figuring out how do I do the thing and what thing I'm actually going to be doing. I guess those questions should be asked in reversed order. Okay, though. The learning experience. Yeah, that's what we're going with. Come on. Are you kidding me? Oh, come on. I'm just trying to ream out the hole a little bit better so I can get the drill in there. But it just keeps leaving flakes. I always forget how much effort actually goes into making this stuff until I'm making it. But then I like all the effort I spent putting into it. Feels worthwhile. Oh, I didn't glue down a hand. Okay, I've been getting a lot better with getting these holes right. Oh man, that's ooh. Wow, I got a lot of glue all over this dude. This dude needs a lot of sand. He is messy. Barrel's the easy part on this board. How did I manage that? Thankfully, you can just take a little bit of more of that plastic cement, heats it up a little bit, starts breaking it down. Go over with your tool a little bit, splish it around, smooth out them rough edges. And then more sanding. Oh, it's part of his shirt. No, I can leave that like that. Be happy with that. Well, where's this dude's choppa? We're just going to assume he has one. Lord, this is so much drilling. But I mean, it makes a lot of difference in the finished product. I still got a nub on his barrel. Boing. Why they do that? Oh, right. James hates their customers. starting, not sure when, perhaps August sometime. I want to start doing more VR events, hosting little get-togethers, you know? No other purpose than just hanging out, vibing, dealing with some cool people, community building, that type of thing. Probably the first one would just be like a hangout. But like there's tons of options we can do. Yeah, I like the idea. It's just tricky to figure out or to yeah, figure out what time would actually work best for everybody. Yeah, and something more regular too. Oh, that is way off. That's close enough. I like these orcs with the little shooters because then I don't actually have to drill them. I just use the knife head. It would also be pretty good on like community watch parties as well. We're all hanging out in VR watching the same thing. Burnt out on Minecraft, not sure, don't know what to play next. I'm not sure what to recommend. Mostly because I don't know what you have. Do you have a specific genre you're in the mood for, Tibbs? Or maybe a particular franchise? Because I would say play something 40K related. You like shooters? Play Dark Tide, if you have it. God, I still need to actually play Battle Sister. That's actually a VR shooter that's based off of the Sisters of Battle, if you could believe it. Ah, not supposed to fall out of your... Okay. Okay. You're going to be like that? Okay. Be like that. Goddamn boy. Been playing Far Cry 4? Nice. I've only ever actually played Far Cry Primal. That one was fun, where you were a caveman. That was fun as shit. Not so much of a fan of being forced to play a dude, but still that game, Far Cry Primal, it just felt different than what we normally get. Granted, it was like the survival um genre type thing. Far Cry game. But it was like, honestly, you need to play Far Cry 2? Oh, maybe I should. I just know next week is going to be Dead Space. I did want to do Pokemon today, but I also just got these guys all built up to start last night. And I want to finish these guys, get them ready for paint. Another dude with 2 shooters and no choppa. You'll get Windrose on the first. I don't think I know that one. I definitely am out of the loop with what Windrose is. All about that Daka Daka? Yeah. Yeah, 100%. I just love me some Daka Daka. Like, it's extra fitting for this dude because he's got a pistol in his right hand, a grenade in his left, and then a big shooter on his back. So, yeah. And this is my second orc like this, too. Yeah, their poses are slightly different, but their legs are slightly different. But then they're the same orc, pretty much. This is what I was hoping to avoid, similar looking builds. Ah. Well, I do still want to eventually sit down and complete that Pokemon Nuzlocke. That's been on my mind more and more these days. Because we're sitting at the Elite Four. We're right there. I've just been, letting myself get into my own head too much and being like afraid to mess up my first attempt. Yeah, yeah. No, I hadn't forgotten about that. A, I'm scared of losing my starter. 2, I'm scared of challenging the Elite Four for the first time. 3, it's my first Nuzlocke. And D, it is my first attempt of my first Nuzlocke. So, like, pressure's on to do it in one go. But I'm also kind of, oh no, with my Pokemon options left. But eventually I do want to do more, Nuzlocke content. Randomizer. That would be fun as hell. But I didn't want to do a randomizer until I at least finished a base game Nuzlocke. Like, the real question is, what do I actually bring into the Elite Four? I don't think I have a ton of heavy hitters. I do have a starter, Wubsy Dubsy. Got a Gyarados. I'm not sure what else. Last barrel. Okay. Okay. I am done with barrels. That was a project and a half, like an hour and a half. Gee. Got some steams to clean up. Yes. This guy's shoulder band had a little bit of a seam there. Glue and it's fixed. Two. God, there's so much cat hair around here. I can't escape it. That guy's seeing this. Okay, right now. I think we need some pirate hats in here. Honestly, the war boss should have a pirate hat, shouldn't he? This war boss has a helmet with like horns and stuff. That boy a pirate hat? That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Also, I found an unsightly seam on one of my knobs. But, like, not many people would notice it. I would notice. I would notice. That arm, too. Because, like, how are we going to turn this into a pirate hat? I could carve off the horns and then make a fresh pirate hat to just plop on top. Not the route I go, though. How weird. Big of a parrot. Kind of feel like big of a parrot. I feel like it's just a little bit too big. Dang. This is all the green stuff I have left. I could make a decent number of, like, pirate hats with that. Oh, right, it was a knob. Knob had that weird neck. We're gonna fix it for him. Making this help at all? Kinda. Just going. If I can just fill that gap. Sculpting. Wait. Pardon. Okay. I am pretty happy with that. Okay. Uh I think the knobs, the big boss, and the war boss, I should give them pirate hats. Cane Boy is fine on his own. So, like, I think I need to find, like, a tutorial how to make pirate hats out of green stuff. But you think it would be, right? I'm on my phone right now. Oh, also, Exodites. Oh my god, we got models. Pirate at Oreo? Uh, ah. Hey, Evan. I personally prefer tea. Well, I mean, I actually prefer iced coffee. A website called dakadaka.com. Why am I not surprised? Load, please. Okay, we're gonna try that for green stuff bandana. We're gonna start with the green stuff bandana. Somebody dropped my phone. I'm not going to point fingers, okay? Chat, we're just going to move on from that. We're just going to take a little slice. See how much this makes us. Kitty, where's Kitty? Let's see. Who do I want to give? This orc that is getting ready to throw a grenade, where he's running forward. Going to make it look like he's got a bandana, and the little tassels on the back of it are going to be blown in the wind. What we're going to try. Mixing up that green stuff. It's getting older, so it's getting harder to do this. But hey, it's mixing. Take that little piece off. Apparently, you roll it into a ball. This might be a little big on him. Yep, that's a little big. Gonna break it down in half. Little egg shaped. Is that good? That's, wow, that's still a little big. Little teeny tiny ball of green stuff. Ah, stick please. This looks more like a beret than a thing. I have a little green stuff pancake now. I'm gonna try something else. Here, big boss. Stick to the head, please. It's opting to stick to my fingers. Ah! That's all weird. Okay. But I think I have an idea for how to do like one of those tricones or whatever. Honestly, this would have been easier if I had done this while building the heads without actually putting the heads on them yet. Oh my god, they're sticking to my fingers so much. Like, how are you supposed to work with this shit? Mubby, Mubby. Got some wax paper. Maybe this will work better for holding it while I squish it. A little, a little. But we want to take... I want to push a little bit of an indent in the head. And then start making a bump in the head. Oh, that was too big, eh? Again? No, that's 4. I need 3. And it's sticking to the wax paper, too. Flat. Inch up one corner. Turn it a third. Pinch up another corner. Turn it a third. Pinch up a third corner. The third corner. Pull it apart and it looks like shit. Perfect. Okay, wax paper's not helping me either. Very, very tiny ball. Okay. Smaller ball. Okay. Fine. Jesus. Wow. Just wanna... The hell did they do? I was just looking at a tutorial and it looked so easy in the tutorial, and then I try and do it and no. Hmm. Something else now. Because I really don't want to have to go the route of like buying STLs and turning those into, or having to ship those out here. Ooh. Ah, it's got my fingerprints as like texture. I'm like, how? How do you do this without getting your textured fingerprints all over it? I have an idea. See if it plays out. Wax paper again. Then, part of me wants to leave that to host. Howdy, Frost. How's it going? Leave that to sit a little bit. Try doing something else. I'm trying to make pirate hats right now, but it's not easy. Glad to hear it's going well for you. Ah. Okay, let that dry a little teensy tiny bit. The war boss, he needs to have a big hat. That's what I'm thinking. Guy, we need to convert this helmet into a nice big pirate hat. I'm trying to think how we do that. And there are some pirate designs or pirate hats I saw we could use. Like this Davy Jones pirate hat. We could do something like that. Hey, don't be like that. Then there's also this style of pirate hat, I think. Researching list for 11th edition for your armies. Nice, nice. Which armies are you building? Or using? Dang it, I dropped it. Tyranids and Emperor's Children. Nice. I do want to start up a Tyranids army. My main is Necrons. They're my favorites. But I did get my hands on the Armageddon orc half of the starter box. So I want to make my orcs. Unironically, kind of thinking, hey, let go of my fingy. Kind of thinking something like this for the orc boss, but like bigger, so that it fits all over his horns. Those are your partners? Nice, nice. Will I ever paint that Slanesh army my friend gave me? Yeah. Oh, definitely. 100% I'll do that. Showed him Necrons and he instantly, or showed him 40k and he instantly went for Necrons. Nice, nice. I'll do a little showing off, show and tell. This is one of the models I'm most proud of. Emotech. I really like how this guy turned out. But I am super close to finishing a 1,000 point army. I'm gonna have that done for like, I want to say a August. That's when we're going to have it. Then I'm going to play a match against my wife. And hopefully I'll win. Also, if you need suggestions for Tyranids, let me know. I do appreciate that. I will be building me some Tyranids eventually. I used a mini of the month and a spare scarab. Threw it onto this dude. Dang it. And this is basically what I'm going to be doing for my Tyranid scheme. At least what I'm thinking of doing so far. Kind of like Tyranids being mind controlled by Necron Tech. My main focus has been Necrons, but with Armageddon coming out and Buddy wanted to get Space Marines. Now that's not looking good either. Okay, let it dry a bit. Do it more like that. Oh, peeling. It's peeling. What if I take a little tiny ball and give it something in the center so that it pushes back against? And then okay, I think I have a hat I'm happy with. The only problem is now I gotta squish it down onto a head without warping it. So I might just let that dry for a bit. Overall, I'm kind of liking, kind of excited about the changes for go back for 11th. I haven't gotten to play an 11th edition game yet. Smush, smush. Try and flatten that out as best I can. Place it right down the middle. I do think that's shorter than the horns. Hard to tell. Yeah, it's a bit shorter. So I think it's time I actually carve off these horns in this head. I gotta carve it up. But okay, this guy going to look a lot better once we get his pirate hat on him. We're just going to use the shape for his hat. That's a pretty nice size pirate hat. Rick gonna be getting backside. Ah, of course I drop it. Like that. Let go of my fingy. Oh, or shaping tool. No, don't be like that. Please. Please. Oh, you're supposed to stay there. Supposed to stick, please. Saying please and everything. Wait. Dang it. Let go. No, this is a fair bit tricky, actually. Just separate out. Oh, my VTuber's hair is blocking it. Chat, you guys are free to let me know that I'm blocking my own camera. Look. Oh, no, that doesn't work right. It is blocking it. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. That's a little bit of a Buccaneer hat. It's not great, but hey, it's a first attempt. That just needs to dry over there. I kind of like this guy more than the other one, knob. But I'm gonna take the super glue and actually glue the green stuff onto it. Come on, super glue. Just a little dollop. Now the knob's got a hat too. These are so frustrating to make. I'm a level with you, chat. But like, it's a very fun idea. I love doing this, but I also am not enjoying this too much. I wonder if it's because the green stuff is all old or if it's just because I'm not used to it. Probably because I'm not used to it, eh? Part of me is thinking to just call that there for now, and then when I figure out proper pirate hats in the future, just glue them on once they're done. But right now, all that's really left with orcs, at this point, it's sanding and then priming, I think. I don't know if I have seen that one. But yeah, I mean, transferable skills, miniature painting, makeup, a lot of it's similar. Very, very similar. Right. I was also going to do texture paint. This can go back in my. Let's start with the weird boy. I'm just going to do mud on this guy. He's got a rock around him. That will be a lot of the terrain as is, but I don't want it looking like just flat ground before the rock spikes. I want this to blend a lot. Oh man, I can't wait for that Exodite kill team. I want it so bad. Like, that's been my plan for Eldar ever since I got convinced to start building an Eldar army. Only way I would build Eldar. Dino Riders. Exodites are cool. But, like, they also don't really get models. So, you gotta convert and hit bash, like, everything. So, while not being super excited on the cost of building it, I wasn't planning on doing, like, a full army anyways. More of a little fluff 1,000 point army. But first, what I gotta build is the actual combat patrol of Eldar that I have. Get that started. So the funny thing with that combat patrol is most of those aren't going to be used in the 1,000 point army I'm building. The Wraith Blades will be. Then I think that's it. But I still want to have that full combat patrol available. Oh my god. Okay, one thing I do definitely want to do for my war track, this thing, is have trails coming out the back. But like that's going to be very hard to do. Before I texture paint this up, I want to put some orc down. But that does mean it's going to be a bit before I can actually texture paint this. That's okay though. I was not planning on getting this army like prime today. At first, I was kind of hoping I could get it all built and primed in one weekend. And then I was like, I kind of want to do a little more effort on the bases than normal. Do a little different than my Necrons. Because Necrons, I just went with what's bought for that. I just added it on top of the already painted mini. Now, this time with my Orks, I'm doing it before so that I can paint it all however the hell I want. But I mean, it did work out with Necron bases where it like matched the round. Or it just kind of worked without having extra paint on top of it, the colors we went with. Like the Agrellan Badlands, yeah, the stuff I did for my regular dirt and shit, that matched up with these rocks. They blend in pretty well. I didn't bother painting them. Now I want to do something a little different. I've done a tundra world. I want to do a marsh world or a swamp world now. I don't think I need too many of these rocks on the war track base. But like they help. Banner knob just needs dirt pretty much. He's got base stuff on him. I'm actually going to swap. I do hope this turns out the way I'm hoping it will. I don't want this to like level out into just flat mud across the base. So maybe I should do only a few of these models and see if they're going to need more later. banner, or there's the banner knob done. Ah. Almost 2.5 hours going. I'm gonna finish these characters and the knobs. And if adjustments need to be made, they will be. My plan for basing is to have like 2 of my armies going up against each other. Like, for example, my Necrons and my Eldar will be sharing the same basing scheme. Because my Necrons woke up from their big sleep, and turns out a bunch of elves moved into our planet. So we're just dealing with that little infestation. Then my orcs, actually thinking they're going to share basing schemes with my Black Templar, my Space Marines, when I get back to them. Eventually. Right now, though, it's doing my orcs, focusing more so on my Necrons. I've just been wanting to do orcs for a bit now, quite a bit now, and I've finally got my hands on the model. Y'all know how it is. Hope. Part of me wonders if I should use Astro Granite or not. Instead of mud. We shall see, though. It's actually pretty tricky getting the paint in behind the squig. Actually, I think I'm going to leave those guys as is. But I want to do a little bit of dry brushing while I'm here. Question is just what do I dry brush? Full term dry stone, maybe darker brown. Steel Legion drab is kind of what I'm thinking. You know what? Let's try the usual. Let's see how well it turns out. Head off of there, you air. Want a little bit on my brush. I want a little more than that on my brush. I tried a can of clear coat, like some sort of clear coat. It was my little brother used it for Gunpla for a lot of his customs, and then when he moved in with his wife, they wanted to downsize, so I got a bunch of his old modeling stuff, including his cans of top coat. And I finally gave it a try with these bases, and oh, it's actually working pretty nice. I don't know how well you can see the detail on the base, but like, it's really coming through, and I'm not losing like chips of the goddamn crackles. Ah! Yeah, okay. Permanent stone. I want to stick with that for my 100 bases. Especially if I do another set of bases like these, where it's got a combination of crackles and mud and rocks. There, that's a step I've been putting off on those dudes for a while. And now it's done. Yeah, I got dark brown in there. Oh, I got some texture paint in there, didn't I? That's not good. Especially for a dry brush. I need new paper. Dry brush, but I'm getting it wet. Curious. To be honest, that's just to get the base layer of paint off. I want to take some of my brush cleaning solution. Thingy. Rub it on my palm. Spread the bristles. Little circles in the hand. Get all that excess paint off. I'm gonna leave it on the thing to dry and go grab another. Okay, yeah, I need those others to dry first before I really determine how do I want to do the basing. Because technical paints, especially like the mud and stuff, you can see it changing shape essentially as it dries. Parts of it stay chunky, parts of it's not chunky. So it's a lot to keep in mind. Or not just a lot to keep in mind. It's oops. I'm blanking. I haven't smonked enough wed. Real. I'm pretty sober right now. Locusts, it's now the bushes. I think I'm pretty low on those. And that, all I have left for bushes. So I will need to get some more. Hey, Tyler. How is your Sunday? Going pretty good for me. I've been doing lots of orcs. But I am working a little bit on my Necrons, too. There. And one. There. Yeah. Already pulled it. Oh, might as well not waste the adhesive. Like, the first thing you stick it to, it will adhere pretty well. But then if you pull it off again, which is terribly hard, but it just ruins the adhesive. No longer bonding well. Okay, locusts, they just need their snow, and those 3 are done. The Locust Lord needs to be painted. You can see these 2 Necron warriors right here. They need the bases done. This one's going to be at high-end in Craft World. This one is going to get Vaporwave Necron City. I don't know how I'm going to do that one yet, because it's like a 32mm base. What else? What else do I need to work on today? Fireworks are pretty much ready. It's just finishing off the texture paint for their basing before I prime them. Need to let the current ones that I've got mud crying on. I want to see how that looks, how that turns out if I blotched it on bigger on some of these models. I don't know how well that's coming through, but I hope it is. Yeah, that turns out. If I want it, excuse me, if I want it to be more uneven, I might switch over to not a Grelin Earth, a Grelin Badland. That way it kind of crackles, but it doesn't completely. Though I don't want like a crackly base for my orcs. I want more of a wet environment. Because my Necrons are all done up on like a dry tundra. Go with this. My Ophidian, one of my Ophidian destroyers. Because you can see there's the snow, there's like rubble, there's some bushes, rocks. But overall, it's got like a dry tundra vibe to it. At least in my opinion. I think that's how it reads. In my orcs, I want to feel like they're in a swamp. That's what I want for my orcs. And my Black Templar are also going to be fighting them at the same time. Yeah, overall, I think I'm pretty happy with my orcs. For now, though, the real question is, what do I do? mix up some more snow and finish off those locusts. That would leave just the Locust Lord get painted, and then for my Necron 1,000-point army. I want to paint those scarabs. That spider is going to be another Locust Lord, a second one. Let's see. 20 more warriors. Spider. Technomancer. I gotta finish off my Lich Guard too. They're not done. So I think I'm gonna be real. I think for now it's a good time to call it. I didn't want to do like a super long, in-depth stream this time. I wanted to do a little bit. I wanted to yap with you guys because chat, I miss you guys. I want to chat with you all day, every day. But I'm not allowed at work. That'd be bad. Well, that'd be cool, but my boss don't like me on my phone. Which, I mean, fair. Let's see. Next weekend, next Sunday, we're going to do the Dead Space stream. Sunday after that, we might actually get back to Pokemon then. I'm not sure. Sunday after Dead Space stream might also be just a VRChat hangout. L boss? What do you mean L? Rude. Oh wait, yeah, my boss sucks. I forgot about the delay. I finished that sentence, brain moved on. And then L boss, I'm like, wait, you call me boss and saying I'm taking an L? What? And then I remembered what I was just talking about. So it makes sense now. Me. But yeah, L boss. God, I also don't know where I'm going to keep these orcs. Because like I've got a display case right next to here, right over there. And you can see it a little. A little tiny bit. You can see some of them. But like that's full of my Necrons. I can't quite fit orcs on there as well. 3 shelves of Necrons, and then the very bottom shelf is like additional stuff to store. So I gotta figure out where these orcs are gonna go. And I have no idea where yet. But, I mean, for now, though, thanks for tuning in. It's been a pleasure. Always a privilege. Thanks, yo. One final time. And remember, can't be the sharpest tool in the shed. Can always be the hoe.